apparent. It's a quick turnaround in these matches. How do you think a challenge against Pakistan will differ to what you've just faced against Sri Lanka?
Yeah, I think it'll be a different challenge. Obviously, they're number one in the world. They've played some great T20 cricket over the last couple of years, so probably a big difference with their bowling, a lot of left armers. With the batting, obviously, Baba being number one in the world is such a rock for their stroke players to bat around him. So I feel as though they're such a well-balanced side. They've got some great spin options as well, so it'll be a great challenge.
Aaron, the form that David Warner's in at the moment, I know you've batted with him a lot, but
yeah, how
does it compare to some of the hot times he's had in his career?
Yeah, he's been very impressive these last couple of games. I think the way that he's managed his innings, not just getting off to a flyer and then keep going like that. I think the way he's going through the gears as a batter in T20 cricket is pretty good. But I mean, if you look at his form over the last 4 years in T20 cricket, it's been remarkable, like from IPLs and international. So the way that he constructs in innings now, I think, is totally different to when he first started playing T20. So it's just a bloody great way to go about it. And I think the consistency that he's had for a long time, just in all conditions as well, just proves how valuable he is to a side.
I know it's him, not you, but what do you think the turning point's been in finding that level of consistency?
Oh, I think just understanding your game a little bit more at T20. I think at times you can almost plan your innings out a bit much in your head and almost forget to play each ball as it comes, and sometimes you can just get in the mode of just getting in one gear and then just trying to keep going as hard as you can. So the way that he structures his innings and identifies the targets that match up well to him, I think, has been crucial to that.
I know it's a different form, but it must be exciting to see Warner in the form that he is and going into the summer.
Yeah, absolutely. He obviously had a difficult tour of England. There's no secret of that in the Ashes. But I think the confidence that he gives to the group when he's playing well is huge. The way that rubs off on other batters, because it's just such a simple game plan. It's simple messaging back to the other players as well about how he goes about his innings. And I think, especially for some young guys, not necessarily young, but inexperienced guys in the squad, it's a great learning curve for them to be able to have him and Steve around as well, myself. Like, we've all played a lot of T20 cricket around the world, so it's just a nice balance in the side now that we've got that youth and experience to really balance out the side, and there's plenty that we can learn off the youngsters who are fearless these days, and when you've been around for a while, you can tend to overanalyse things a bit, but the way that the youngsters just see the ball and go and smack it's pretty impressive too.
Aaron, you stood at the other end during the World Cup and watched James what he did, and then obviously the Ashes followed. Did you kind of look at it and go, coming into the summer and go, well, there was no concern about the form we hit the T20s with because, you know, the white ball cricket is so different to the red ball cricket we saw, I guess, struggle with a bit during the Ashes? Yeah,
it was definitely no issue for me. He's one of the first picked in any T20 side. I think you look at the way that when he gets runs, he wins games for his team, whether it's Australia, Hyderabad, wherever he plays, when he performs well, the team wins. So that's such a huge asset to have in your side. And I think that on the back of that, his World Cup was outstanding. His one-day cricket for a lot of years has been extraordinary. So there was definitely no issues going into or no reservations, I think, going into this series and coming into the summer altogether. I think that he's a world-class player and he'll get the job done more often than not.
On a different note, do you think what we've seen in the past week, I guess, as far as this Australian T20 side, is this the real Australian T20 side, and what's happened prior to that? I'm not saying irrelevant, but you know, I guess because you've had so many players coming in and out and whatnot, does it almost not matter what's happened previously in that sense?
Yeah, I think that you have to respect what's happened in the past, but I don't think that you should dwell on it too much. Yes, our performances haven't been great over a period of time, and particularly in the World Cup scenario. So I think that we've talked about it a lot, the continuity of selection and having a similar squad going forward the whole time, and having 21 games, well, from the start of this summer, 21 games leading into that World Cup gives us the opportunity for guys to play a lot of T20 cricket together, which we haven't had in the past. It's been at the end of series, one game here, one game there, when guys have been rested, and that will still happen, no doubt. Managing workloads of our fast bowlers, even the batters who are playing all three formats is going to be really important. So just the ability for us to play more cricket together is going to be really important.
Just following up on that one, as sort of a percentage, where do you think this team is at heading into that World Cup? You're 50% of the way to knowing where you want to be for that World Cup, or are you 60, 80?
Well, it's hard to put a percentage on, but I think we're really clear on where we want to get to. So I think it's easier to map out how you want to get there if you know what the end goal looks like. So I think that we've picked the best possible squad that we can in our eyes to win games for Australia, win series, and that's important. One, for confidence going forward, but two, like I said, to get the continuity, get guys, particularly the middle order, who haven't probably played a huge amount of cricket together, to be able to just understand how each other plays in different scenarios, just their body language, the way that they talk out in the middle, and just get that real feel for batting with different players that you wouldn't have done a huge amount. And I think what we've seen in the past is when you just throw a T20 side together and you're missing 8 or 9 players that potentially would be in your best 11, guys don't have enough time to get that continuity and really get that chemistry and relationship batting in the middle.
Pakistan have a lot of quality fast bowlers,
Yep.
Irfan, Amir, Wahab. What are some of the challenges facing those guys?
Oh, I think they've got such a well-rounded attack. You've obviously got the height of Irfan, height, bounce, pace. Then you've got Amir who's fast and can swing it, very skillful. Then you've got Riaz, all-out pace, who can spray him around at times, but when he gets his line right and his length right, he's lethal. So they're just challenges. Then you have Shadab, who's a world-class leg spinner who mixes it up a lot. It's Hasnain, who's genuine pace with his right arm. We saw him in the UAE earlier this year. He's got some real pace. So I think that's an attack that you don't get any respite, but also they're going to give you scoring opportunities and you're going to chase them. It's a T20 game at the end of the day. So I think it's about those first 6 overs being really important to setting up the game.
And just finally, Australia have never lost to Pakistan in a T20 match in Australia. Is there any extra pressure trying to keep that record intact?
No, I didn't even know about that till right now. So no, I think it's you want to win every game you can, and we're really proud of the way that we do play cricket in this country. So it'd be nice to continue that though.
Only one game.
It was a bit of
Is it?
a trick question. Can I just ask you about the twin spin attack you've
Yep.
employed so far? How crucial is that for you going forward? Is it almost becoming a non-negotiable now in your thinking that you want 2 spinners in any T20 side you pick now?
Yeah, I think it's important to have them options, especially when you've got a left armour and a leg spinner. I think that throughout the course, I mean, when Maxi's playing, he offers that off-spinning role as well, which can really give someone a chop out if they're not having their best day. So the 2 spinners, all the stats suggest that runs per over off spinners are lower in this country than quicks, and I think that's based on ground size, how true the wickets are at times as well. So that's not a non-negotiable, but structuring up against, well, for these 2 series, we felt that was our best 5 bowlers going forward. So Agar obviously offers that brilliance in the field, very, very good with the bat when he's playing well, and just hasn't had the opportunity yet, which is also a good thing that our number 7 and number 6 haven't had a hit. So at some stage, no doubt that he'll get his opportunity with the bat and do really well.
And just specifically on Adam, the World Cup perhaps didn't go quite as well as we would have hoped. Do you think he's getting somewhere back to his best now, the way he's been bowling start of this summer?
Yeah, absolutely. His length has been really, really important. I think everyone overplayed, I know I did in particular, overplayed how big an impact spin would have in the World Cup. Everyone felt that at that time of the year, with a lot of matches being played on surfaces, that spin would play a huge part. So England grounds are bloody small. So if you get it slightly wrong, you get hurt, especially as a spinner. So that was probably one thing that we overplayed slightly, but he's bowling beautifully at the moment. Like I said, his length is great. He's not giving batsmen width. He's defending his overs really well. So to get in and out of your overs is so crucial in T20 cricket, and he's doing that really well. And having the experience, I think, playing at the MCG, which is very short, straight, over the last few years in the Big Bash, I think that's helped him a lot in his T20 cricket.
It's obviously been a big 12 months for Australian cricket. It just must be nice to be sort of back in this space for especially Warner and Smith back on home soil and getting those winning runs. Must be a good place to be in for Australian cricket now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're always working on where we want to get to, and just being back in Australia, it's just nice to be coming back to grounds that you're familiar with. I know this has been a pretty hectic schedule with play, travel, and it's just nice when you get to a hotel that you're used to, you get to a ground that you're used to. It's just a comfortable environment for us in Australia, and that's what it's about, playing home series. So I think everyone's enjoyed being back. It was a really long off-season, or a long winter for a lot of players, going from World Cup straight to Ashes and then straight into Shield cricket as well, and one day. So the fact that we're playing some really good cricket at the moment, I think eases that tiredness at times, and you can start to plan out a little bit more and unpack your bags every now and then and just relax. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Aaron.